Okay, now we're live. Here we go. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to week 8. After this, we are at the halfway point of the semester. We're at the 8-week mark of a 16-week semester, and we are turning the chapter from the histology and integumentary system that we saw last week and finished up. And now we are working on bones in the skeletal system. So, chapters 6, 7, and 8. I've published a new module, so you guys can take a look at this, particularly this for my online class. Let's take a look at some of the material that I've published now. So the first thing that you're going to notice is that, or going forward, is that we're going to have two parts to all these exams now. You're going to have the multiple choice component, but also the practical part of the exam. And so, one of the main topics related to the practical part of this exam is going to be the bones. So, not only the list of bones, but also like the different parts of each bone. And so I made again, it's right here under modules, and at the top of the section, there's a list of bones landmarks for testing. So I made a list, a pretty comprehensive list of all of the bones and landmarks associated that you will be tested upon, right? So zoom in here, we know that there's a frontal bone, the frontal bone that makes up kind of the forehead. There's only one, that's what's indicated there by the one. But the frontal bone has a frontal sinus, the supraorbital margin, so the orbit of the eye. The supraorbital margin is the ridge right at the top of the orbit of the eye. The supraorbital foramen is a hole or often a notch in which a nerve emerges from, and then the glabella, the area between your eyebrows, right? So each bone is going to have a number of different features that you'll be asked to identify on the exam. So please take a look at that now. You can see that the list is it's a pretty long list. It's a couple of pages there, and so take a look at that. And so some of the features here in chapter 6, 7, and 8 is that, again, you can see that here in our lab assignment, where we're going to be looking at the different axial and appendicular skeleton bones, as well as I've provided a biodigital link, right, where you can. Does it not work? Oh, it does work. Okay. Where you guys can go in and identify these different bones, get familiar with the bones and their features. There it is. Okay. Right. And so you can get familiar with the different bones of the body. Click right through that, and you can see the anterior view of the skull, particularly as it relates to the axial skeleton. I don't know why it's a little bit slow on me here, but nonetheless, you can see that, right? There it is, right? The supraorbital margin, the supraorbital foramen, referencing the orbit of the eye, and so you can see all of those structures that we just already talked about in the. Can I fly to it? Yeah, I can fly to it. Look at me. That you should be able to identify, right? And then you can draw those different features as well. So that's going to be a big part of the testing that you'll see with those pictures, right? You're going to see different bones with different areas being indicated to them. You'll be asked to identify those different features of the different bones. So axial skeleton, appendicular skeleton. I encourage you guys to take a look at that chapter ahead of time here, because it is a lot of I don't want to say rote material, but you'll see, yeah, there's a lot of components here that you should be asked to identify, right? The axial skeleton and the appendicular skeleton as well, right? So here we are again. The exam here and this one will open a few weeks from now, but just kind of looking forward, we have bones, muscles and the nervous system are the two next sections that we'll be going over here in the rest of the semester. So about 3 weeks for each of those, right? Including this week, we have 9 weeks left of the semester. But again, the first thing that we'll focus on is the next 3 weeks of the skeletal system, all the bones of the body. Remember that list is there. Go to chapter 6, chapter 7, and chapter 8. Both that material is going to be provided for you, and continue on that lab assignment. So you guys are doing great. I'm encouraged by all the hard work that you guys are putting into it, and so I look forward to continuing this progress throughout the semester. So I look forward to your new responses here in lab assignment number not. Is it 9 now? It might be 10. I might have misnumbered it. No, it's 9. Number 9 here as you guys continue on into this semester. So again, you guys are doing great. Keep up the hard work, and I look forward to seeing all the responses in the lab assignment this week. Thank you, and take care, guys.